before to start the implementation of whatever project or application that you want to create, you need to be sure that you understand the requirements and the design of that specific application. In the case of our RESTful API, I previously designed a very useful entity relationship model that is going to allow us to understand every relation that exists and how every one of them interacts with the other. If we check this model here, we have several entities. We have a user, buyer, seller, transaction, product, and category. As you can see, buyer and seller inherits from user. It means that buyer and seller are both users of our system. It additionally means that at a specific moment, a specific user can be a buyer and a seller. But we have a restriction. Of course, a buyer can buy a product for himself, and a seller can't sell any product for himself. This is our first restriction. Then we can see that a buyer has several transactions. It means a buyer can purchase several products throughout a transaction. So as you can see, a transaction has a buyer. It means who purchased that product. And here we have the definition of that product. So at the end, a transaction has a quantity, the buyer, and the product. Then we have that a seller has several products. So at the moment that a user publishes a product, it automatically is understood by our project as a seller. So in fact, a user or a seller may have several products, and additionally a product has several categories, while a category may have several products. It means a relationship of many to many. We are going to see, of course, how to deal with this using a pivot table. Additionally, we are going to see how to manage and how to handle the inheritance between user, buyer, and seller. So in the details here, we can see that a product has an ID, a name, a description, a quantity, and a status, a seller, transactions, and categories. So the transaction additionally has a quantity. It means that every time that a product is sold, the quantity available of this product is going to be reduced by the quantity of this. And additionally, if the quantity of a transaction that is going to be created exceeds the quantity available of the product, that transaction cannot be created. And now, for the user has a name, an email, a password, a verified field, a verified token, and an admin. The verified field is to know if that user has an email verified. And the verification token is used basically to verify that email. Using that verification token, we are going to be sure that the user clicked a link and verified his email. And finally, we have an admin attribute that allows us to know if that user is an admin or not. So we have now an average understanding of the design of this RESTful API. See you in the next class.